We have told you this week about the history of the mountain dulcimer and how historians and musicians have helped to keep it alive. Tonight, WYMT's Mitchell Grogg concludes his series with a look back at our last interview with a Perry County native that many call the mother of folk.
At the Hindman Dulcimer Homecoming and the Great American Dulcimer Convention, the organizers hope to see a love of the instrument passed to the next generation. The Appalachian Artisan Center is also working through its outreach, museum, and workshop to keep the instrument's history alive. The love of the instrument always seems to exist and come back.
Think of it as a fringe activity. It's outside of popular American culture, but it's a strong circuit. And my husband and I have quite a strong niche in dulcimer festivals around the United States.
One woman from Perry County will always be tied to the dulcimer as somebody who gave it a nationwide audience in the 1950s.
I give credit to Gene Ritchie from Perry County, who grew up in a family that played dulcimers.
Gene was instrumental in starting the early folk music movement, or as we call it, the great folk scare.
She brought it out into the wider folk music world.
I played the dulcimer all my life. I almost don't remember when I started sneaking it off the fireplace and hiding behind the Davenport so Dad couldn't see me and started picking on it.
Ritchie recalled her first experiences with the dulcimer in a 2008 interview with WYMT. This came as Union College gave her an honorary degree. Her music spread long before.
Well, when I got about 7, he said, he thought, well, you're old enough to learn how to play if you want to. So he set me down and I picked out Aunt Rhody. Go tell Aunt Rhody the old gray goose is dead. And he said, why, Abby, we got us a musician here.
Indeed, she was. She played nationally and internationally, helping to spread this instrument's tradition. So really, it never went away.
Not completely, no.
To make sure it does not go away, the Appalachian Artisan Center continues to help people build dulcimers, including those of the millennial generation. Joe Sloan is 23.
I like working with my hands a lot, and it was something to occupy my time.
But we wish they would bring their contemporaries into the audience because our folk audience is aging now, and we would like for people to just come out and hear what can be done on dulcimers.
It just seems like it's something that needs to continue to happen here.
As for the lady who decades ago helped to contribute to the dulcimer's rebirth, she said she wanted to be remembered this way.
Somebody who brought a little bit of the old music and saved a little bit of it, helped preserve it.
As these folks with conventions, workshops, homecomings, and an eventual restoration hope to preserve the instrument and pass it along to the future, perhaps by playing one of the newest ones that brought the music Ritchie and others helped to preserve, home, for the instrument whose heart lies deep within the mountains.
And I was fortunate enough to do that last interview with Gene Ritchie several years ago. Unfortunately, her health has declined in recent years. She is now living in Berea and will be 92 years old next month.